Hello everyone and welcome to the ultimate smackdown. In this corner we have the DJI Mavic. In this corner we have the GoPro Karma. Fight! Okay, hey guys, how's it going? My name's Henry and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing drones, something I actually know about. It's so exciting. Today we're going to be talking about the DJI Mavic versus the GoPro Karma. There are two drones coming out later this October 2016, and we're going to be discussing which one is better because they're pretty much in the same category. So they're a smaller drone. They can technically be classified as racing drones, but they're more, of course, can you get good photos? Are they good specs? That's what we're going to be looking at today. And again, my background is in drones. I've been flying drones professionally for years now. Okay, so before we start, I am going to say I'm a little bit biased because I do have two DJI Phantoms behind this camera, as well as I've had a bad experience with GoPro. But with that being said, I promise to be as non-biased as possible, all right? Because I actually have the specs right here on my lovely board right here. So let's get to it then. All right, so starting off, comparing the Karma and Mavic. I feel like I should have a monocle. If you're looking at the overall specs, so these are directly from the websites of GoPro and Mavic. The Mavic pretty much blows everything out of the water. So you're looking at even the weight, even the max flight time, things like that, the Mavic still wins. The Mavic is actually smaller than the Karma. So if you're going out hiking or somewhere, it's easier to fit in your pack. That's nice. It's nicer to see a longer battery life as well. So a whole 7 minutes, believe it or not, that can make or break a shoot. If you're going out hiking and you want to take some really cool photos, I can relate to that. When we're talking about distance, the Mavic also really blows it out of the water as well, considering that according to the sites, the Mavic actually can go 7 kilometers compared to just 3 with the Karma, so a lot of range. Not technically legal, but it's possible. Okay, now if we go towards more of the camera side of things, all right? So again, that's one of the reasons why you're buying a drone. Maybe one of these drones, maybe not. The camera is very important. Technically, they're both around the same specs, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, so the camera's both around technically the same. They can both shoot 4K. The main difference with the two units is that the Karma has a little bit of an edge over on the Mavic in this case because you can actually remove the GoPro. So with the Karma, it's just like an old Phantom 2, like a DJI Phantom 2, because you actually put the GoPro Session or GoPro Hero 5, whatever you want, on the actual gimbal mount, and that can come actually off with the gimbal mount, and they give you like a selfie stick that you can put it on, and it's like an Osmos, how it's like the gimbal will work still, so you can still have stabilized footage with this little selfie stick, or whatever the hell you want to call it, really, and do like your little tour of, this is the cave. With the GoPro unit itself, it's a little bit more flexible as well, because it's an actual action camera that you have on the drone. So I'm going to give the Karma the camera category, or whatever you want to call this, just because it does make things a little bit better, having an actual camera that you can actually physically take off instead of having a built-in camera with a Mavic. So good job, Karma, you actually got something. I'm so proud of you right now. The next section I want to talk about is the actual software and a few little neat features with these drones, all right? The Mavic, again, kind of blows this out of the water because I believe they both have GPS integrated. Yeah, they both have GPS integrated. However, the Mavic has the new sense and avoidance feature. With that being said, that's a double-edged sword because the new DJI Phantom 4 has the new sense and avoidance, which can work great in many circumstances. However, with that being said, it's still new technology and there's still a lot of problems with the sense and avoidance. I have friends who are also professional that got a Phantom 4 and they have issues during certain shoots because if the Phantom thinks that there's an obstacle when there isn't, so like if there's, I don't know, something. For example, if it falsely thinks that there's an obstacle there, it won't go there or fly over. So you do lose a little bit of control in that sense. I'm not sure, I don't think I don't think you can turn that off. I've had a few friends that have had many issues with that. I don't have a Phantom 4 or Mavic myself, so I can't comment about that. But I do know that there are certain issues when we're talking about sense and avoidance right now. That is a really nice feature to have, although I'm not sure if it's gonna work, especially if you're flying fast. We'll find out. The Mavic also has some really cool features as well, such as the follow me feature. I'm guessing it also has the fail-safe feature, just like every other DJI Phantom, and Inspire and all the other drones. So once again, if you lose contact with the drone, if something happens, I'm speculating here, I'm guessing it's also gonna have that feature where it's gonna come back to you. So like that home point. I couldn't find anything about the Karma with that, and that's my main concern, is that I looked all over the web. I'm probably just not looking in the right places, but I could not find anything about the I almost call it DJI. I could not find anything about the GoPro Karma that it's gonna have a go home device. So again, if you lose contact or the battery's too low or something, that it will come back to you. That's my largest concern, especially if you're gonna be buying this drone for commercial use. That is a huge issue right there. All right, so that I wanna look more into. Comment below if you know the answer and I'm just being random. Okay, so last but not least, let's talk about that control station. No matter what, you're gonna get one, you have to control it somehow, all right? So basically how it works is that the Karma comes kind of like the 3DR Solo, how it has a screen built in, all right? So you can flip it up and you can, you know, control your drone and everything else. That's awesome. Everything in one place, that's cool. It's kind of the same with the Mavic. So it does have a little bit of a display on the actual controller, but you can actually, again, use your DJI app. So pretty much anyone with experience with a DJI drone product, so whether that be a Phantom, whether that be an Inspire, whatever, and they use the DJI Go app, it's using the exact same app. So you're gonna have those same functionalities, that same overall control with that. And I'm guessing it's gonna be very easy to update that because, ta-da, you can just use the app for that. And of course, like, it really depends what suite you get or whatever you wanna call it. Like they both have their own cases, they both have their own extra bonuses where you can buy your, I don't know, extra batteries, things like that. And really in the end, so like just for around $200 more or so, you can get the Mavic. And in the end, I recommend getting the Mavic over the Karma just because it does have that extra little horsepower. The specs are better. Again, the only real edge that the Karma has over the Mavic right now is the camera. And that's because it's an actual external camera. It's a GoPro. But with that being said, again, I do have a story about GoPro as a company. I did buy, okay, here's my GoPro story. Okay, I have props here to show you, one sec. This is the original GoPro, like the legit GoPro one, and it still works. Let me get it out here. It's a great camera, it shoots 1080p, you know what? It's nicknamed the Brick because this is how GoPros used to look. Sorry, I forgot no autofocus. This is how GoPros used to look, you know, very blocky, no Wi-Fi. I feel old now, but I shouldn't. It still works, it's awesome, I love this camera. Okay, so the GoPro Hero 1, really cool. Next up is where my faith in GoPro kind of lost itself and kind of completely disappeared, is the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition. I spent around $700 to $800 on this camera at the time because I got it when it first came out, and yeah, I'm one of those people. And I was a major fanboy with GoPro, so yeah, you know, it's very slim, it's very cool looking, and it's the first one with Wi-Fi, so you can connect it with the GoPro app, which is cool. A year after I bought it, it broke. Like, I didn't snatch it against the ground. The actual USB stopped working in it, so I couldn't charge it anymore. And then some other weird things happened. It stopped working. Even with new batteries, it wouldn't work. So I contacted GoPro. I told them, guys, look, I know it's a year, but can you fix this? They basically said no, and we can't repair it, so you have to go buy a new one. They gave me, I think, a $10 to $20, no, 10 to 20% brochure, which is nice of them, but still, when you spend $800 on a camera, you expect it to have service when it eventually breaks. I mean, like with DJI, I had a bad gimbal and a bad camera at separate times, and I was able to get that repaired by them. I did not have to pay for the camera. I paid for the gimbal because I bought it myself is different. But overall, out of personal experience, that worries me a little bit in the sense that I know I have experience with DJI repairing products, but all of a sudden GoPro is saying, yeah, we can totally help you. I'm not sure, because I lost my faith in GoPro customer service with that, because again, an $800 camera, now it's a $800 brick that I can't do anything with, right? So I'm a little bit shaken by that. So what is their service on their drone going to be like? Sure, they can say something, but is it actually going to be like that, right? So that's my major concern with the GoPro drone, and that's why I'm a little bit biased. Again, like I said, I'm more of a DJI user myself. With that being said, a little bit of drone politics right now. DJI, yes, it's a Chinese company, and it's very hard to compete with them, right? Like you have 3DR Solo, like that solo drone. It's a nice little drone, but they've been having issues, right? Because they waited so long to get a gimbal out, everything else, and it's really suffering right now. So it's a very hard industry to compete in, drones right now. And you have like other manufacturers, again, like 3DR, Parrot, DJI. So GoPro coming in with like this really standard, not super flashy drone is a little bit concerning, because GoPro's had a few issues in the past with their stock going down, because there's so many other alternatives to GoPro cameras nowadays. It's insane, and they're very less expensive. They're made by main party and third parties, so like Sony, all these other people, a lot of great action cameras out there. And then you see them going into the drone business trying to expand their portfolio. But the only issue with GoPro, well, one of the few issues I have, is that I got a GoPro initially because they were very innovative, right? And now they're coming out with this new drone that looks really cool. It's a neat idea, but their competitors are already beating them, and their drone isn't even out yet. And I find that very concerning. That's why I would personally invest in a Mavic myself, and it looks pretty damn cool. But with that being said, if you are a GoPro fanboy like I used to be, or if you're a DJI nut like myself, post in the comments below. Let me know what you think. GoPro, if you want to send me a unit to test and you can defend yourself, that'd be awesome. DJI, if you want to send me a unit to say, yes, we are superior, don't be afraid to send me some units, contact me. With that being said, again, I wasn't paid to make this at all. This is just myself as a professional looking at the specs and just saying, what the hell is going on? This guy blew the other guy out of the water. With that being said, they aren't even out yet, so maybe there's going to be technical issues. We don't know that. But at this time, the Mavic wins! Okay, thanks again for watching, guys. If you have any questions, comments, etc., put them in the comments below. Click subscribe, like this video, be awesome because you already are. Oh, that's so cute and cuddly. And again, if you have any, if you want to debate in the comments below, if you think I'm totally wrong, I am totally not smart on this subject, let me know. I'm okay. I'm totally ready to defend for my words of wisdom. I guess you can call them. They aren't words of wisdom. Okay, thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great day. Cheers and happy landings. Woo!